Okay. Welcome, Huntington Beach. I bet it's absolutely beautiful there today. It's lovely here, but you're on the ocean. Yeah, gotta be gorgeous. Um, right? I try not to take it for granted. You go back to Toronto just for a week to perform, particularly if you show up during a period where not the summer. Anything other than those 2 or 3 months, and you're asking for trouble. The wind comes blowing in off Lake Ontario, and there are no earthquakes in Toronto, for instance. So there are a lot of high-rise buildings, and it creates these corridors for the wind to howl down. However, Toronto is one of my favorite cities ever, so I do need to provide that caveat. A wonderful city in a lot of ways. And a thriving jazz scene, actually. There have been periods where there's more going on there in terms of jazz than LA. It goes back and forth. It's very interesting. Anyway, so the grip is a big deal, and this idea of creating a groove in your thumb, as Carlos discussed, right? Mentioned that at the Baked Potato while Richard Martinez was hanging out with Richard Wilson. Carlos came off on a break and talked about that. Now, you asked, and I was just trying, really simple, right? Just trying to get you to just simply learn about this grip, right? Now, traditional grip is simple in that, or it's more simple actually, in that the fulcrum is like so obvious. There's only the one fulcrum. Where else can it be? Right here. And you get that, right? You understand that. In match grip, we have this 3-finger grip. So the fulcrum can move if you choose to move it. Right? And one of the easiest ways to help a student start to get this grip is this idea of the fulcrum being in the middle. We can move it to the back finger. We can even move it to the first finger. And I'll get into that with you at some point. But right now, really simply put, it's a 3-finger grip. Right? Very narrow fulcrum potential here. Or fulcrum if we're activating it. Now you asked a meaningful question. And so we'll talk about that today. He said, so I guess the idea is then that because I had you holding pretty tight to create that groove, and you can get certain things out, kind of, with a grip this tight, I guess, but you said, so it's a matter of finding the right amount of pressure. And that's true. See, that was a good insight on your part. And the way we learn about that pressure, perhaps, one of the ways I can think of, is to put playing into action, right? And then we'll find out what the hand does and how much pressure is required. Now, you've been successful, but we've got, Murray would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers, or 4 fingers in the thumb. Murray liked to count the thumb as a finger. That's what he did. I don't typically do that, but we have all this mechanism that can confuse us, right? We could even start to imagine becoming confused in that the 4th and the 5th could get involved and maybe muck things up if you don't know what you're doing, right? So it's easy to actually feel it and then be confused and not feel it for a minute. But if you feel it once, you'll feel it again. And it's what happened that night you called me and we got together on FaceTime. Because you had it at the lesson that day. And I love that you were serious enough to say, hey, wanna go over this with me again, so that I can really lock it in. So you've had this, but we'll discuss it more because you're an intellectual guy, and some students you really need to teach through the brain, but we got to feel this stuff as well. So we have the brain, we have the tactile experience, and we have the sound. We have maybe the most important of all is how does it sound, right? So, right? If it sounds right, it is right. Now, this Chad Wackerman exercise, yeah, you look good. This Chad Wackerman exercise is very cool because it teaches us a lot, I believe. And Richard Wilson was always all about up to come down, and that's true, right? I mean, we're on planet Earth, there's gravity, and this idea of up to come down is meaningful. But we're not just about turning towards the surface, we have to lift the stick back up. There has to be a yin and a yang. Okay, so the up part of them, and we've talked about this, is important too. So we have this grip, right? Now, if we were to, let's see, if we were to simply, this is a Chad exercise where as you start up, which seems counterintuitive if you studied with Dick Wilson for a long time, right? Now I've had you do that, and you, not bad. So just lift it up, and we'll talk about it for a minute. Because
fingers again on the grip.
What's that?
Can you show me your fingers again on the grip?
You're
show me the grip again.
Yeah. Well, I'll get into it with you. The sound quality coming from your end is, I can hear your pad. That's really important. Can't always hear your speaking voice, but it's this 3-finger grip, right? And we're thinking about perhaps the fulcrum being in the middle. Real simple. So you keep it real simple. We'll talk more. So I've got this grip. Now I'm not giving it the Carlos make a groove in your thumb squeeze, but I know this. Once you really get into this feeling, it really helps secure this idea that it's a 3-finger grip. Now we're not going to be holding it that tight. I'm going to get that stick to have the freedom to move. Right? We talked about that. It moves through this little space here. Yeah, you see, you got the idea. Yeah. And so we lift it up. Now there's some effort lifting it up. That's true. Now I've lifted up mine a little more than you. We're not going to talk in terms of inches necessarily. Murray didn't like doing that. He thought that was too drum corps oriented. But I don't see anything wrong with finding a way to consistently at a certain height above the surface. There are a certain number of inches going on here. So, but we're going to play by feel. So you have to. So we always start at the floor, right? So come down to the floor and show me that you know the floor. You see, now you look more. It's going to be so much easier to teach you because now your arm is by your side. You're nice and flat. That's starting to go. Those problems are going away. Now we focus on some other things. We lift the stick up. And we turn. There, stop. That was pretty good. Now, I want you to can look at it, but it might be hard to see from up above. Do you had a mirror, you might be able to see, which is a good idea. I always practice with a mirror to this day. Right over there. Okay? So,
I always want to feel around, my hand wants to feel around her.
I could hear you better just there, but you sounded clear. Okay, but you didn't stay. I wanted you to stay where you were. See? I mean, this is subtle, but the subtlety is everything. So when I'm down here, I feel that little thing that this technique is really so much about. It's this idea, and you're familiar with all this stuff now, so it's going to go faster. But this idea that when you get to the surface, there is, you had a name for it that I liked. Maybe you called it a fall. I may have called it. We can call it a follow through. We could call it. Martinez calls this the second parallel. But we're not flat anymore. We've pronated a little more. Now, I don't have a stick in my hand, so why don't you take the stick out of your hand? Yeah, see? Now, whether you know it or not, when you were in real time having the stick rebounded, you were successful just now, right? I asked you to look down at your hand, talked about the importance of a mirror, but can you feel that? Look at it. Looks really good. Looks perfect, actually. Now just bring your wrist back to that flat position. And it's perfect. Now what just happened?
My wrist and my fingers closed.
What's that now?
Raise my wrist and my fingers closed.
Really good. Now, where do you feel the first inkling of the fingers starting to open? Do it real slowly, bend real slowly, and feel. Get in touch, meditate. It's like a spiritual thing. Yeah, it's real spiritual, actually. Where do you feel it first?
As I move my wrist down, pronate, it opens.
What opens?
My thumb and my forefinger and my middle finger.
You see, so, yeah, you're perfectly right. I wanted to focus on a particular area, but that's really good, see? What's wrong with focusing on more than just, because there's a lot going on, I guess. And you're right, the thumb and first fingers separate, which we've talked about. And you're feeling that, and you remembered it. So they do. I'm noticing something else, because when we hold a stick, it might be a little bit different. And this confused me for years. So what I notice is I bend, the first tactile evidence I have of the hand opening, it could be in a lot of different places, but I would like you to focus right now on the very top knuckle, right? Because it's moving, it moves the least, doesn't it? Go ahead and feel that. Feel the space in between the first finger and the middle. But our internet is. I'll be patient. Just wait a sec for. Okay, yeah. You don't go pulling your fingers. It has to be from the wrist. You have to turn your wrist to get the hand to close. You don't close it by pulling your fingers in. Yeah. You feel how each of the knuckles start to open. They start to separate. Now, the manifestation of the separation of the fingers is really evident down lower. Look, there's all this space. There's less space up here, isn't there? Feel down here is more open, isn't it? Because the fingers are manifesting that opening most profoundly at the end. The longer the lever arm is, each finger could be a lever. Everything is a lever system. Every knuckle is a fulcrum. And so so the longer, right, isn't it Archimedes, he said, give me a place to stand and a stick long enough and I could move the planet. And so if I have a short lever arm and I move it this much, the end of the lever arm, because it's a short lever arm, will only move that much. See, it won't. But you see, the end of the lever arm moves more than where it's attached at the fulcrum. See, if this were the fulcrum. With a longer lever arm, this is the fulcrum, and we move it just a little right here, the end of the stick moves even more. If we had a broom handle length lever arm, and I moved it this much right here, because of the length of it'd be way up, pointing up and starting to point towards the place where the ceiling meets the wall, right? So just as it is with the fingers, you're not going to experience as much opening towards the fingers where they connect to, which is to the third knuckle, right? But that's where I feel it first, where I can immediately, it's like I can feel if I had a business card, that's where it would fall out first. Think, maybe. That's it. You see, if I had a business card and I bent forward, it would start to release right in here. Every finger. That's where it would start to want to fall. Okay? So, that spot is closest to the top of the hand. Each knuckle is a telltale sign. And so the fingers come apart, they splay apart, and then when I turn my wrist back, they all snuggle up together. Now, pretty sure you weren't thinking about that, and that's okay. See, the kid wouldn't think about that. You might not even want to tell them, because they'd just be doing it. Why tell them? But I think that's what's happening when we get to the surface and the butt end is away from the palm, right? Because you've bent forward a little bit and the fingers are separated a little bit. And then when you turn back up, go ahead. So let's do it together. Let's start. If we're thinking Chad right now, we're turning up. The fingers snuggled up together, right? So it's when we're holding a stick, so everything changes because we're holding and when we get, but with no stick in the hand, once we get to the floor and bend forward a little bit, they come apart. The fingers splay apart a little bit. Move away from the palm. And if the stick is laying in the hand, the butt end is away from the palm. And then we turn up, and the fingers come together. Now, would we call that a squeeze and release? Do we need to give it a name?
Call it squeeze and release. We
could, because for me, squeeze and release for years meant squeeze, release, release. That's not it. It's tiny, typically. Okay? So, that's what this Chad Wackerman exercise, among other things, that's what it gives us. It gives us the feeling of getting to the surface. So let's do it. Let's turn up with a stick in hand. Okay, open. Turn up. Turn up a little more. Just there you go. Now, are your fingers snuggled up together?
Three fingers, the thumb and the two.
I've just talked about all these little joints where the third knuckle, where you first feel the hand open, right here, right? So, see, it's more open here, huh? You're not open like that up here, are you? We just did that. Take the stick out of your hand. We'll do it again. Okay. Go ahead and bend forward and feel your fingers open. Okay, now come on up. Are your fingers snuggled together? Yeah. Well, they would be if you were not doing anything weird with your hand while you're holding the stick. They'd be snuggled together. Go on up. They're snuggled together. They're all together here. Right. And then we're just, without making too big a deal about all of this, we're going to turn. Now we don't have to do anything because we know that just based on how the body works, it's going to do a little bit of opening. There, see? Look, if you look down, aren't you a little more open? Yeah. And the butt end is away from the palm, isn't it? Yeah. And you should feel the main area of our attention would be here in this three-finger area. But the whole hand works as one unit. Even if we're thinking about this three-finger grip, the back fingers are going to do it too. They're going to open. Baby finger, fourth. They're part of the gig. They're in the band, but they're not on the stick. But we don't do anything funny with them. We're trying not to. I think that's a good idea. Okay, so we come up, nice and smooth. I can feel the fingers snuggled together. And then when I turn, whoa! You know how bouncy that was? Because your mind focused on something else. Now, you can almost see a little space here. Now, where I mostly focus my attention, and here I'll give you this as well. This is confusing also. But Dick Wilson would say the first finger and thumb are firm, comfortable, and constant. So, we're not feeling what we feel with no stick in our hand. We're not going to feel the thumb and first finger come apart like that. You have to maintain a grip here. But the whole hand, the rest of the hand is feeling that. And so, even though I've got this area, which Dick Wilson would refer to as a guide, in place, I'm thinking of the fulcrum in the three-finger area, and when I get to the surface, I can even see a little space right there. I can see it. See it? Little space forming right here. So I feel the middle finger kind of come away from the first finger. If I'm holding here and I don't let go. You could do that with no stick a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. See? Still see that little space. It's that subtle, Steve. But that's the gig, you see? So you're released, even though you haven't released here, you've got a guide, but you've released, and you got all that bounciness, therefore. And I feel the space between the first finger and the middle finger, and the other fingers as well, but particularly in the three-finger area, I feel the hand open in a way that reveals this little area here, just closest to the top of the hand, the third knuckle. Okay? Yeah, see, it's looking good. I mean, when you first came in, I don't even want to show you what you, right? It was just, and now you're corralling the hand. You're saying, hey, wait a minute, dude. That's not how a hand works. So, we lift it up, and everything is snuggled together. And then join me. Yeah, just lift it up. Feel all the fingers snuggled together, right? And then, just turn. And Yeah, you don't have to throw your baby finger open. It wouldn't come out that much. It would do what it did with no stick in your hand. But that was good. You got a lot of yeah. See. Now so that's kind of the inside perspective with regards to what's going on in the hand. So that is the multiple rebound. First part of this Chad Wackerman exercise. Away from the palm. It's so subtle, but I feel, do this with me now. Let's just do one more thing. Stick in hand, find the floor. So that's a 1/2 inch parallel bead to butt end above the surface. There's the floor. Now just touch. Remember, it's not going to come away from the palm if you just touch. It'll come away when you follow through a little more. Very subtle. Keep your thumb on.
If I touch the pad, it does come away from my palm a little bit.
Well, then you're pushing down on it because it's just laying in the hand, and if I touch, nothing's happened. I have see it's still on the palm, and then I roll forward, and it comes away from the palm. There, I've got some. Yeah, there you go. Touch there. Now, bless you. Okay, there you go. See, it's away from the palm. Now bring it up and feel back to the floor. Feel the fingers snuggle up. That feeling. There's that feeling. They're all snuggled, aren't they?
We'll get back to that. I know you got to go back to the grip again. I got to go with that with you, but I'll wait.
Well, the grip has to do right now with you feeling the fingers snuggled up, and then you touch and you follow through a little, and they don't feel quite as snuggled up. It's tiny, isn't it? Can you feel that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Dick Wilson would do this all day. He'd be sitting at your lesson, he'd be going like this. All day. See? Unsnuggled a little bit, starting to separate here, and then snuggled. Unsnuggled, and snuggled. Yeah. Unsnuggled, and snuggled. You got it. Yeah. So we come up here, and they're all snuggled up. It's on the palm. They're snuggled up. We know it's the 3-finger grip Carlos thing, but we're not squeezing the dickens out of it. Because if we squeeze too, here, try this. Squeeze real tight like a Carlos grip with no stick. Yeah, give that thing a real pinch. Now go and bend forward. It doesn't open up. So that tells you how tight you have to be. If you're holding so tight, see, I'm comfortable. I've got a Carlos thing going on, but I'm not so tight that I won't feel the fingers splay apart ever so slightly, particularly in this area, so that they're not snuggled. And now I know that the pressure would be more correct. So when we're down here feeling this, it's perfect. That's how tight you should be. That's you. Okay, so stick in your hand. Okay. So now we're going to turn up. It's on the palm, isn't it? All the fingers are snuggled together. We're focused on the 3-finger area, right? And it's really good. Stay. You don't have to do anything. You don't change pressure in the thumb and first finger, but there's a little bit of opening. And that accommodates the butt end coming away from the palm. Now here's what Chad does. First, this is why we start with the multiple rebounds, because I want to feel this. I sit there and meditate. Do I feel kind of more open? Are my fingers all snuggled up together? No. Is the butt end away from the palm? Yes. And then I'm going to turn up. Are the fingers snuggled together? Yeah. They feel real cozy. They're all real cozy. And then I turn down, and I feel a little more openness. And is the butt end on the palm or not?
No.
I know it's not. I just wanted you to know that the butt end is on. Okay, now we're turning back up. It's on the palm, it's on the palm, it's on the palm, it's on the palm. Fingers are snuggled. It's not on the palm. There. Look how bouncy, dude. There. All right, success. Now, we're going to turn back up. It's on the palm. See, by turning back up, the stick in real time would stop rebounding. The butt end would come to the palm. The hand would be a little more snuggled up. You got it. Come on up with me. Come on up a little more to really feel it. Okay, there you go. Arms just hanging. But this time we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Less snuggled up. Lift. That's almost. You don't have to throw your hand open. You just have to believe that when you get to the surface, the hand will do what it needs to do, and then you lift it right back up. Lift it up. You got it. Lift it up, though. Now the gig is this idea of lifting it up. You have to lift it up right away. And lift. And you're snuggled. Lifting brings the butt end to the palm and snuggles up the finger. But you don't have to close. You don't have to do anything. Everything is for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Feel it. Now meditate. You're snuggled. Nice, consistent grip in the guide, first finger thumb. You know that things are going to happen down here. You're tiny. You don't have to go throwing your baby finger open. It's easy to want to do that, I know. That's a typical thing. And lift. Ta-da! That's 4. Now let's see if we can get 3. I want to get 3 as well. I'm more excited for you than I am for me. All right. So if I'm just here at the floor, this is good. Stay at the floor. I know there's this Carlos thing, but I'm not squeezed to death. But I know where it is, because we did that to prove it's here somewhere. Right? But we're down here now. And I feel my fingers snuggled up. They're not open yet. They're not doing anything.
Oh, sorry. Lost you.
The leading power of Steve. A little more centered, because this is coming along beautifully. Okay, we're snuggled up. See, it's just kind of laying in the hand. We know the Carlos thing exists. We're lifting it up. It's on the palm. We're snuggled up. Still snuggled on. Lift it up. Now we're going to go for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift. It's just one turn. The hand will do what it needs to do. You don't have to open it up. Don't have to throw your baby finger open at all. Because you know it's going to do this. That's all you need. Pretty tiny, huh? Snuggled up. 1, 2, 3. And lift. Yeah, lifting right away is important. You have to get away from that surface right away. Boom! Yes, that was 3. Don't throw your fingers. You'll maintain this, and you'll just notice you're a little more splayed apart down at the bottom. If you lose the feeling, here's how you get it back. You're welcome to call me, but here's how you would get it back. Because you had it, then you lost it, right? Cool. Marty Feldman, what was that movie? I got it. I ain't got it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So the way to get it is to lift up. I'm snuggled. Fingers are nice and cozy. It's like a 3-dog night position. It's so cold they all snuggle together. And then we turn and notice that they're a little more open. There. That's the feeling we want to get. No, I would just sit here and meditate on this for a second. What does that feel like? Yeah, I feel the Carlos thing. You have to be on the surface though. You won't be open. If you're not on the surface, you're snuggled up. I want you to be. I want you to release and feel. No, you have to get to the surface. No, and unsnuggle. There you go. Your fingers are a little apart. Now from there, while they're unsnuggled, you move it. Yeah, put it back on the surface. If they're still open, unsnuggled, and then they snuggle up. Come on, lift it up. Comes to the palm. And now you got it back. And just let it dribble. Leave it there. Leave it on the surface so you're open, not snuggled. Okay. Okay, you're back. Then you had 3. You did 3 beautifully. You went 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3. I can feel a little more open here when I'm at the surface. And then I lift. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, right in here. 1, 2, 3. It's a little more open, right in there. 1, 2, 3. It's tiny. And then it would close. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm more open here. These 2 fingers are just a little, have come apart just ever so slightly. So tiny. Yeah, 3. Come on, you gotta lift it back up. That's the game. Lifting up is maybe the most important part. And lift. Snuggled. You're unsnuggled, snuggled. Unsnuggled, snuggled. You don't have to throw them away to be unsnuggled. You just turn. They'll do it on their own if you believe. There's a matter of real faith going on here. Okay, 3, 2. Give me 2. Can you do 2? 2. Okay, I gotta think. I'm taking my time. All right, I'm kind of snuggled up. I'm up in the air. Everything seems to be in order. Right? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. See? There it is. 2. That lifts it right back up, and don't. If you do anything extraordinary, it'll ruin it. Unsnuggled, lift. Unsnuggled, lift. You don't have to throw your baby finger. You have to do anything. Just turn. Just get the timing of the turn. 2 notes and lift. Unsnuggle, lift. Do it again. Unsnuggle, lift. You got it. Unsnuggle, lift. Not bad. Unsnuggle, lift. Hey, you're controlling the rebound. Now, let's play 1 note, because I believe there's a similar feeling going on. It's different because now we're not allowing the stick time to rock over the fulcrum. But when we get to the surface, it so happens so fast, the unsnuggly part is almost hard to identify. But it's all the same thing. Now we're going to get to the surface and lift it up right away. Yeah, see, I have to lift it up right away. I haven't gotten any tighter. I'm not any tighter than this. Do this again. No, do multiple rebounds again to feel unsnuggled. Leave it on the surface. See, that's really good, but I want you to leave it on the surface and meditate on that feeling. That's the feeling that you're going to have at the floor. To whatever extent for a single, we'll discover that. Play by feel. So we're just coming down for 1 note. 1 note. I have to lift it right back up. Right back up. Right back up. It almost starts to feel like it's rebounding, but it's not. We're just turning right back up. How much does it come away from the palm? Barely, but it does. Tiny bit. tiny bit, I think. That's what I'm feeling. I'm focused. Definitely snuggled on palm. Comes away from the palm. Just the tiniest, 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 tiniest bit. See? Gotta lift it up. Don't go throwing your fingers open. They're barely gonna open. You have to lift it up. Come on, lift it up. I want you to lift it up sooner. No, it doesn't kind of lay down here and then it goes pop and you lift it right up. Fingers are snuggled. Just relax. There you go. If you want to feel how they unsnuggle, just do the Richard Wilson thing. Yeah, okay, or do that. There. It just relaxes everything. Just to turn and let everything be relaxed. There. You're back. Okay. Now this time, yeah, there it was 2. Now just 1 note. And lift it up. You got it. Just same kind of feeling. Lift it right up as soon as you touch. Not bad. Lift it up. Lift it up. It's gotta go. Like a hand drum. Watch. Just really good. Take the stick out of your hand. You don't need to do any of this right now. Not bad. Flatten out your hand. Open it up. Get as much of your hand on the surface as possible. Don't be in a bent position. Flatten it out. There. See? You have to lift. See how the wrist is leading the charge? Come on, slap it. Not your fingertips, the whole hand. That's how a single would be. Yeah, you don't even have to lift. Like that. Now you put the stick in your hand and you'll feel that. That's how it feels. Lift that hand away from the surface. For me. Right? So we're getting lift. Just like oh, you're too lethargic. I want you to snap it up. It's not a snap up or a pull up or whatever it's just turn up sooner. Turn up sooner. Turn up sooner. Ah. Come on up. Wait in the air. No. Okay, you're getting that back. That's good. Ah, good, Steve. To get that nice relaxed feeling back. But we lift that stick up. Lift it up. Have to come back to here now. You're not lifting it up. You gotta lift it up. So start up here. Fingers are snuggled. Lift it up. Imagine if it was bouncing, how fast that stick would pop up. No, it bounces right up like a ball. It's not bouncing, but it's that speed. It would bounce right up, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't go. It would bounce up. There you go. Now lift it right up. Start up, snuggled. There you go. You're getting it. Don't have to throw your fingers open, but there you go. Getting the idea. Okay, so that would be a single, you see? Can I do that over here? There's no. Yeah, I'm a little more open. Then I want 4. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See if I can get it with my this beautiful thing to happen. Okay? If it's singles, I'm still feeling lift, 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 lift. Lift, 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 lift. Lift. I'm always thinking of getting back to my snuggly position. For a moment, there's this little bit of release, perhaps, maybe. I'm going to talk about that for singles. But we're just getting this natural thing. Now, in the left, in the right, can you do that? Can you give me multiple rebounds? How's your right doing with this? Are you a little more open down at the bottom? Well, you never wait to find out. Wait. Why does your baby finger stick out? Relax it a little. Oh, you're still open. Stay open. There you go. Now, come back to the floor, just to the floor. Are you a little more snuggled? Lift it up. Turn. And let it rebound multiple times. Don't need to stick your baby finger out, but it's really good. Can you give me 4? Gotta lift it up right away. Don't burn your hand. Pull it up. Come on, lift it up. Lift. There you go. 3. 2. 2. Gotta lift it up, not lethargically. There you go. Lift. Lift. Shoosh. 1. 1. 1 note. So you have to lift right away. No, you have to lift right away. Or it'll bounce. You gotta lift it, pull it up right away. Now on the other hand, play 1 note.
Sorry.
Huh? Snuggle up, lift it up, snuggled up, turn and lift it back up right away. Oh, not quite smooth enough, was it? Close. Gotta lift it up. It's not about throwing your hand open. Now 1 note with the other hand. And back and forth. Gotta lift it up right away. Yep, see how quickly the right lifts up? Oh, lift. Don't do anything funny with your arms. Just turn like you did here. Wrist is a fulcrum too. Gotta lift it right back up. Chad Wackerman. Gotta lift it up. There it is. Don't start cheating on how much you're going to lift it up. I want you to really experience lifting it up. There you go. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Lift it up. Hey. Lift it up. Look at you. Look at 40. Pretty down. Really nice. See how clean that is? Lift. Don't have to throw your hand open. Just turn it. It'll all happen by itself. Good. Okay, now can you play 8th notes? Right, left, right, lift, 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 lift. Gotta lift. There it is. Your left's better than your right. Look at your left coming right up and your right sitting down on the floor. Your right ain't got it. Here it is. Lift, 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 lift. Not down, it's lift. Gentle, turn easy. You don't have to turn hard down.
Ah, I don't want to pull it again.
No, just a sec. I want you to remind yourself of when you played because the multiple rebound thing really helps you access what's happening, for instance, for singles. Now, when you played multiple rebounds, you didn't go like this. You went like this. Look how gentle that is. See how gentle the down is? So my single's going to be that gentle too. And then I just lift it up. It's like I'm almost just dropping it. Just like I did for practice. So remind yourself, what does it feel like? How much force do you need? We have gravity. We have the weight of your hand and the stick. Just doing that. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, see how, you don't have to throw your hand open, but you see how gently you turn down? Yeah, just leave the stick there and stay unsnuggled. Okay, lift it back up. We're focusing now on how hard you have to turn down. Go ahead. There, see, you just go plop. Now for a single, come down that hard and come up. But you didn't come up. See, you're not getting this part. Come down gentle and just lift it back up. There. Lift it up right away. Good. Don't come down hard. It's just, yeah, that should be able. You should be able to turn that into multiple rebounds. It shouldn't be any harder than you turning for multiple. There you go. There.
Go ahead. Ask you a question. So, with my middle finger, when I'm doing it, it's not really, how do I say it? It's hard for me to show you, but it's not really going like this. When I'm doing it, it's more kind of like that.
Well, when is it like that?
Well,
I'm giving you parameters.
this is,
The way I'm helping you understand, because now you've gone back to something that, in a sense, seems to be abandoning this device I provided, or a way to look at the device to understand what's happening. So let's talk about it. I'm cool. Okay, I want you to just be at the floor. Are your fingers snuggled up?
they're close together, and this is the middle finger is not curled under the stick, but it's in the groove, I guess you could say, off to the side a little bit.
Go ahead and take your first finger and thumb off. Yeah,
Take them off, then it'll roll into that.
you roll into,
It's on, it kind of.
roll into it more. All I know is my go ahead and take the stick out of your hand. It's this simple, Steve. Now just be normal. You're flat. Be flat. Be flat. Get flat now. Get flat. Okay. Are your fingers snuggled up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. So they're going to look like that, right? Hold your hand up. Yeah. Whatever that is, that's what it is. That's what your hand would look like. Now, if you bend forward, did they release and unsnuggle? Just a little. Yeah, that's what the middle finger would look like. It's that simple. It's either going to be this or this. This or this. That's it. With a stick in your hand. That's all I'd be thinking right now. I'm snuggled up. I'm not snuggled up. Well, I was at the floor, holding the stick, feeling all the fingers snuggled up together, and then I turned and touched and followed through, and my hand opened up a little like it did with no stick. That's what it feels like. That's what the middle finger feels. Whatever that is, you've released. So to get into, does the middle finger do this? Does the middle finger do that? I don't know. Who knows? Are you more open? Yeah, you are. Perfect. That's what it is. There's my tune. Yeah, it looks good. It's just me. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't have to go like this.
No, you don't do this. Why would you? Now, you do this when you're in the air. It feels like you're in the air with no stick, but snuggled up and not snuggled up. You never do anything like you just showed me. Right. You're foisting something unnatural. Snuggled up, multiple rebounds, unsnuggled. There, and it bounced. Turn back up, they'll snuggle up. Relax your baby finger, because it'll snuggle up too. But you can relax your baby finger, just like you were in the air. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you're snuggled up. Now if you turn down, it'll open up. Tiny bit, there. That's how subtle it is. The proof that the grip is correct is, did you get rebounds, and is the butt end away from the palm as it's rebounding? And the answer is yes. The butt end's away from the palm, and it rebounded. So it's got to be, don't stick your baby finger out. You don't need to. Just let the hand be normal, like you was in the air. Are you snuggled? You are. Lift up. Stay snuggled. Okay, now turn and let it get multiple rebound. There. You're released, if you want to call it that. It's beautiful. That's the feeling in the hand. It's my finger here, it's my finger. You're getting rebounds. Hand is working. So you will be successful continuing forward as we incorporate other things. Now, I had you really cooking here. We had you playing singles, and your left was good. It was your right that was faltering, and then you stop and start asking me about your left. I know, because you have an itchy mind, and I want to help resolve that itch if I can. So it's okay to ask questions, but I hope my answer should suffice. So we had singles just with one hand. Let's do it. We're just going to go turn and lift up. Turn, play quarter notes. Did I lift mine right up? Really good. Now play quarter notes. Do that in your right. Just do that in your right. I don't want this. I just want you to lift the stick up and feel snuggle. Put it in fabric softener. There you go. And lift it right back up. There. Now put them together. Quarter notes. Click. Click. But you have to lift it back up. Your right doesn't want to always lift it up. Now there you go. Lift it up. It's gorgeous. You're playing the instrument right now. Now, can you play eighth notes? Right lift, left lift. Right lift, left lift. Lift. Can you play tap, 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 tap? It's a little faster, isn't it? Tap, tap. This is fast in one hand. One hand is just doing this. Just do one hand. It's this speed. Now you're playing quarter notes with one hand. And the other hand would go in between. Your right doesn't want to lift. Your left's better than your right. Lift. Lift, 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 lift. So you're not used to lifting. Come on, the right's hanging around down here somewhere. There it is. Lift, lift. Keep lifting. Think about the lifting. The hand will do it. Will take care of itself. You're not lifting the right. You're not lifting. You don't have to slam it down hard. Remember we talked about you don't need much energy down. You have to send it down gently and lift it. Lift, 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 lift. You just want to go down harder, huh? Why are you getting louder? Why are you so loud? Go back to quarter. Just go back to quarter notes. That was you were perfect. It's not loud. And you lift. And you lift. You have to lift. Keep it light. Keep it light. Lift it up. There it is. See? It's not loud. It's not all clunky. Beautiful. Maybe we need to do one hand at a time. Okay. Play quarter notes. Now go and play half notes, which is if you were going to play hand-to-hand quarter notes, that's what you. So it would go click and no note. Click and lift it up and no note. Click and lift it up. Wait. Turn and wait. Cool. turn, come on, weight up here in the air, turn, there it is, turn, lift, there it is, turn, lift. Now we're going to go to turn, 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 that would be eighth note, turn if you're playing the other hand. Come on, don't get louder, just turn and lift it, that's all it is. Turn, lift it up, it's about lift, not to go hard down, just lift it up, you got it. Now let's go turn, 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 nice and light, lift, 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 you got it. Get louder, just drop it, just drop it, you don't need all that volume, just, gotta make it loud now. No! it's this. Gentle, and it's about lifting. Lifting is the hard part. Lift, lift, lift. We're lifting, please. Just drop. We're lifting. Think lifting, not down. It's just dropping it down and lifting. Yes, there it is. Just drop it down and lift it. It's more about the lift. You got it. Turn, turn. You got it. There. See, it's not a lot of work down. Down is easy. It's going to go down. It's lifting. It's harder. Lift. Yeah, it's timing the lift. You got it. You got it. So that would be one. So now you're playing eighth notes with one hand. So if you put the other hand, you'd be playing 16th notes. To be this, but let's just get one-handed. You're not lifting. You lost it. You're one hand at a time right now, and your right doesn't want to lift. Your right is failing. You're on the right. You should be pleased that your right now has to play catch-up. It's about time. No, not just you got it in the left. So we're going to start with half note like that. So now we're going to do it in the right. I'll do it in the left just for fun. Okay, so now you're in the right. You're up here. Come on, lift it up a little. That's what you don't want to do. So learn this feeling. Are you snuggled? Yeah, we're going to play half notes. Turn and wait. Click. Turn, click. There you go. You're lifting up. See, it's not hard down. See, it's not a big deal. Like, they're perfect. Turn. Now we're going to play quarter notes. Turn. Don't play harder down. Just lift it. It's about the lifting. There you go. Turn and lift. 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 Get that into your body. Feel this position in the air. Snuggled up. Turn and lift. Turn and lift. Turn and lift. There you go. Now we're going to turn. Turn. Now we're going to play eighth notes. Turn. Turn. Lift. You're not lifting. So it's turn. Turn. Lift. Lift. There it is. Lift. 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 Come on, keep lifting. Got it. Don't go slamming on the shank and give me. It's just turn. Heavy sounding. There it is. Nice and light on the way down. It's about lifting. Don't go sideways. Straight up and down. You got it. You got it. So what you're going to do, Steve, you got it.
Well, my question I had was on my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
When I would go faster, I'd have a tendency to want to tighten up at the top for some reason as I go faster, faster.
Well, all kinds of weird things. That's why we practice, because yes, join the club. You start to play faster and you freak out and you think you need to be tighter and you have to relax and teach yourself that you don't need to be tighter. Will there be a little bit more, how would you say, the system becomes, what would be the right word? There is some kind of compression, perhaps, that would happen as you go faster, but it is hardly, it's what we're trying to do is not feel as little tension as That's what Chad Wackerman talks about. He goes, you're always releasing the tension. Okay? We're just releasing and staying light. We don't need much. We don't need, if I'm playing here, it looks really good, man. But just watch me for a second. So if I'm here, see this? This is really light. Now, see, I don't want it to start sounding heavy and clunky. Is there a little more compression? Not really. A little more, tiny bit. I just stay nice and relaxed and I'll let the hand do what I showed you today. It's going snuggle, 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 snuggle. I can still feel that little more snuggled at the top. A little more snuggled at the top. I still feel lifting. I still feel the lift. So you just keep this, but it's good. If you notice, it's really, that was actually a good observation or question. If you start, Murray would say this often, Steve, if you start to feel tension, and by the way, have you read the foreword to Stick Control?
For a long time, but I did before, yeah.
Well, you might want to pull that out again.
So if you feel tension, you need to stop.
Yeah, and turn on your slow down the metronome. So as soon as you and what did we do to help alleviate you going into what is unnecessary tension? I said you just lift it up and you go for multiple rebounds and let it sit there for a sec and feel the hand more open and released. And then when you're ready and you've meditated, you lift it up. Notice you're more snuggled up and you do it again and you're back. And you prove that because you actually stopped yourself a couple times without me even asking you to. You went, wait a minute, something's not right. I've got to you recalibrated by doing what I just described. So once again, this Chad Wackerman thing, you're starting to get it. And it's a little tricky. It has a lot to do with lifting. More to do with that. A lot to do with the timing of the lift. And it has to do with what I described in terms of this little thing that happens because we get to the surface and the hand does what it does naturally. And when we're up here, we're all snuggled up. We get to the surface and follow through. We're a little more, fingers are a little more splayed apart. And you're more released. Turning up the camera. Yeah, man. Yep.